Hello everybody and welcome to Nessentius Plays Europa Universalis 4 as Leinster, conqueror of Scotland, soon to be true leader of the British Isles. But before we can do that, we need to be able to get rid of England. And right now, with Austria, Aragon and Castile as his allies, it's gonna be a bit difficult. But we can start colonizing over here, and that is great news. We are going to use some of our cogs, because what was the policy we went for? It's over here. Yeah, we went with native repression policy. And that kind of means that we're gonna need these cogs to do some shenanigans for us, together with some of our men. So, men, get back into action. And we're gonna take, well, doesn't matter, we can just do this. And let's start colonizing. Well, this is technically one day closer for some reason, so let's start with that one. And then we will send over some of the men, and hopefully we'll be able to colonize. Let's try to ease the tension between us. I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I want to keep this a little bit up. Ooh, trust your neighbor. Although citizens are encouraged to show trust and good faith in their exchanges, the reality in many nations is that it's a risk people cannot afford to take. This, however, is not the case in Leinster, which successfully stand out corruption on so many levels in society. People not only trust officials to do their job without extra help of a bribe, they also trust each other more in general exchanges. A general belief in the honesty of other in the very thread from which the fabric of society is woven, and our country is a shining example of it. We gain extra stability. Hooray! Low corruption is good for something. Our positive stability and ahead of time bonus do help with that. And right, we should send you to explore somewhere as well. Let's explore the Caribbean Sea fully. We should upgrade our technology over here as well, because we're running to the maximum. Which means we can get extra tax and missionary strength. Sure. Maybe when the religious upheaval comes to Europe, we might be able to see some alliances break from England. Probably with Castile, depending what France and Austria will do as well, because they usually go Protestant. And these are, well, at least these two probably don't. Austria usually doesn't either. And France, it really depends on how they feel like that day. Oh, the natives are already rising over there. We need to send this ship over there as soon as possible. I am already too late. We probably have lost that colony already. Yeah. So we re-establish it. These guys should land over here. And we can land at 4,000 troops actually. That's quite a lot. Like more than we need. And you can go home again because you're being efficient. That's a fine place. Couple more days and he will have landed once again. And we will crush the natives. This is definitely not the best way of growing the native population in general, but it helps. I'm gonna bring these guys back home and turn the maintenance of the soldiers low again, and we're only losing a little bit of money on colonizing this place. And we're gonna make Greenland green again. Because when we finish colonizing both of these, this wasteland will be pretty much owned by us. It won't do anything for us, but it will be owned by us and therefore go into our column. We want siege abilities, since we don't have any forts except for a capital fort, which is not really good. And we get another stability from this event. That's insane. I didn't expect that at all, but I'm happy that it happens. Oh, we can make Denmark our rival. Denmark, who are your rivals? Austria and England. Are still under control with Sweden and Norway. Well, we kind of want Norway to be free, so we can take Orkney, because it is part of the British Isles. And I'm not gonna do that right now. No, there's enough time for that. First we need to focus on England, our true rival. But we don't tell anybody, it's a secret. And we can also start getting some more diplomatic exploration ideas actually, which will help with our settler growth. And diplomatic reputation is fine. So technically, could we get an alliance? Not even yet. No, because we have the problems with our allies and such things. It will remove 175, another 25 extra opinion. Yeah, I think we would be able to get him as an ally should we get rid of everybody else. You probably not. Go out and explore the Caribbean coast, actually. Caribbean, not Caribbean. And, alright, we already have 130 men on this barren wasteland. I don't like colonizing this place, but it's our first colonization place so that we can jump over the sea over here. We need to go through Greenland, and it's Greenland and we're green, and yeah, you get it, right? Can get an idea. It will make our colony grow with 20 extra people per year, which is good. I think the fact that we took the native repression policy will also make it grow quite rapidly. So yeah. Going okay. Not good, but not bad either. I'm really curious how it works with states and colonial nations in this game now. So the burghers can gain loyalty, which we would like them to do, for some ducats. Or we can lose our stability. Well, definitely go for the ducats. The honest merchants of Leinster. Why would we lie when we have the best offer? Yeah, it's probably all these low corruption events that are triggering for some reason. Interesting. We still don't have enough rivals, and the Emperor did his first policy. That's quite late, I think. But he had some problems with the HRE not looking very favorable upon his proposals. Actually, these guys can also be mothballed. Save a little bit of money, maybe get even back into positives. Almost. And how is our autonomy doing? Pretty good. Pretty good. Even well enough that I will actually lower the autonomy in some of these places. Well, actually only that place. Glory Road. We gain promising land, which is base tax extra in some place. Sure. We would definitely love to co-colonize the Caribbean. I'm afraid though that we don't have the range yet to make the jump from over here to over here. It's quite far away. But first we just need to have this colony established. Alright, he's done exploring. Make a new mission. And explore the American East Coast. I'm quite curious what you can find over there as well. Should probably start over here. And we are making positive money again. Barely. Ooh, and Protestant Reformation. Interesting. Yeah, that's what I figured. You don't have enough of the sea, so you can't do much of the coast. Let's do the sea first, and it's probably wise. So, Protestantism started over there in Riga. It's not a good sign for Protestantism in general. I'm curious though what will happen. Can lose some stability or lose some prestige? I would love to lose some prestige. He will start doing some conversions over here, but unless there are some center of reformations coming up over here, not much is gonna happen. So right now I'm probably going to stay Catholic unless my allies would demand me to be different. And that's not to be said that England as my ally needs to be one of those, but just one other. Why? Ah, they did switch religion. And there it goes. So England converted. And therefore the alliance will end maybe soon. I will improve some relations, see if we can stem it for a moment. Is there anything else? Ally to rival. Yeah. Probably will end by itself, which is fine. I'm absolutely fine with that, as long as the rest of my allies, France, Austria, Castile, if they stay Catholic, I will be absolutely fine. Let's go with Renaissance thought, and that means a new policy. Now I'm not going to go with expansionist idea, because mainly exploration and expansion overseas are not our main forte. I'm probably going to go with a military technology one, because it's quite a jump to the next level and we have quite some military power points. And then the question becomes, which one do we choose? We can go with quantity, so we can field a larger army against England. Quality, so we can field a stronger army against England, or defensive to get some more morale and be able to hold out longer against him. And of all of those options, I think quantity will be the best of us, for us. Yeah, let's go with that. Because the first two are already massively important. National manpower modifier plus 50% and faster manpower recovery speed. I'm loving it. With that in mind, do you want to up this military power point then? Current guy is not that great in it and our next guy isn't either. When can we change this over? Oh, actually now. So let's do that. Then you can be removed as a military leader because you're utterly shitty. Not doing so well for us at all. And actually we will be able to keep the alliance with England. He managed to convince me to do so. Though he broke his alliance with Castile, which is a big upside for me. That's one alliance down that might be problematic. Because with quantity finished, should we be able to take on England? I think we might actually. And then we have France to take care of Austria. I think that might actually be the way we go. So that means we should make sure that France would be my ally. Losing 100 for that. Yeah, I'm not sure if they would though. It's gonna be really iffy if they would. It's not worth it yet. Mainly because Austria is... I don't want to break my alliance off with Austria before I'm certain that I will be able to get the one with France. And right now I'm afraid that it will actually not happen if I break it off with Austria. And I don't dare to take the risk, because if we are completely allyless and England does attack me, then we will be utterly boned. Austria will be able to land troops from the sea, because he does have some naval capabilities now that he has inherited the southern part of the lowland countries. I mean, this was also technically a naval port, but it's barely anything, especially with sailors now being a thing. It really doesn't matter at all. Explore the east coast. Now explore the east coast inner lands as well. And we should have a clear view from all the way here till pretty much all the way down here. Pay them off or lose the stability. I will pay them off. We can call a diet and make them in. Nah, we shouldn't. We have taken a loan though. Yeah, that's kind of expected. Global tariffs. Protestantism entrenched. Let's see. No, not that much. Just a couple of states went Protestant. Saxony. Green Hills of someplace. And England. That's not looking that strong for Protestantism at the moment. Then again, our land is being converted by England. Our explorer died. A scattering of poison. An expedition was closing in on Shakespeare Bay when a barrage of arrows shot from the natives standing on the inviting beach assailed the ship. In the hurry to race away from the enemy, who led with great whoops towards their canoes, the crew had to abandon some of the men who had been shot and tumbled overboard. When they had laid some sea miles between Chesapeake and themselves, they discovered that the whole starboard side of the ship was covered in arrows. The explorer on board of the assailed ship was seriously wounded. The arrow that hit him had been poisoned. He lay in fever, sweating and swearing for several days, despite the surgeon's care and a disinfectant made of urine and olive oil. Yikes. He died some time ago. Horrible. Then, please return. And I think I will be done with exploring for a bit. Yeah, you have the most important part already visible. So, sure. Go back home and protect trade in the North Sea. We're losing a little bit of money. Most of it is also on interest at the moment, which is sad. Because I would like to gain a little bit of money so I can repay my loan actually, but at the moment it's not looking that good. Though our colony is doing quite well. Going a bit slower than I anticipated, but still, it's happening. Now this is going to be a problem. It's definitely going to be a big problem for us. We'll see how we can handle that when we come to it. Let's get some regiment costs reduction. Yeah. He became Protestant. Now, how much time before the zeal goes away? 30 years. Quite a long time. Austria cut him off. We don't want him to spy on us. The Bible is translated. Great news! Wait, we want to stay Catholic. Sad news, heresy. Relations with England suffer once again. But if those are the Protestant places, unless the Reformation itself will hit in a terrible place, I don't think it will be bad for us. In this case I would support the philosopher, because we don't have to do any conversion. Clergy will lose some extra power, but that's fine. Everything is absolutely peachy. How are you thinking about an alliance with me now? Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. Maybe when we get a larger army, with the finishing of the quantity ideas, we will be able to convince them that we are more worthy of an ally. this is gonna be great as well, land maintenance modifier. Yeah. I'm surprised that the alliance is still holding with England. Who is at war with Venice, Lucca, Pisa, the Knights, and Aachen. Yeah. Oh, and our colony's done. Hooray! Time to settle a new colony. And I'm going to increase our... Oh, that's corruption, rooting out, we don't need that. Increase our maintenance. Actually, we do need that. Really? Because of religious unity. I'm not sure how much I like that. As a mechanic, not necessarily because it's bad for me, but as a mechanic wise, I'm not sure how much I like that. Corruption is I don't know, finicky beast. Could be really cool, but I don't know. Yeah, they should be able to make it without problem over there. Let's kill some natives over here. And there you go. Greenland is green again. Beautiful, isn't it? I'm gonna send you back home though, buddy. That's where you are needed most. I'll let them handle it themselves. Maybe we should have made administrative actually our idea group, because we have quite a lot of administrative power points and we gain quite a lot of them as well. Drop the maintenance once again. Start mothballing you. Leinster subarctic islands. I love it. It looks beautiful. It's a territorial core. You can make it a state, but that's gonna be fine. And that's gonna be it for this episode. Next episode, I hope we will see some more definite breakups with the English alliance, hopefully with Austria. But I think when we have the quantity ideas done, we could do definitely a lot of harm towards England. But that's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.